Okay, so here you have the VRSF exhaust laid out, how it would be set up underneath a regular wheel drive 335i. The mid pipe connects to this pipe right around here, okay? Now on an X-drive application, the reason why this needs modified is because sitting right here where this initial bend is, roughly, is the transfer case for the all-wheel drive system, okay? So essentially what you need to do is modify the exhaust to get around this particular component. So if you look at it, what you're essentially doing is you're taking this bend from here to here, and you need to move it down to here, okay? So what I did is I crawled under the car, and I measured the stock exhaust system from this point here, which is where the mid pipe connects to the actual down pipe, all the way over to where the stock mid pipe starts to curve around the transfer case and then connect to the pipe going out to the back of the car. The distance between here and here on the stock exhaust where it starts to bend is 26.5 inches. Then I measured on this particular exhaust, on the VRSF exhaust, from here to where it starts to bend. And then I realized that I needed to add 8.5 inches in order to get the same 26.5 inch length mid pipe that's set up on the stock exhaust. So what I've done is if I take this apart, you can see that's where the connection is. So because you can't just add the right amount of pipe here, because then it would make the overall exhaust 8.5 inches too long, what you're doing is you're taking from this straight section on this secondary pipe, right after the curve or the mandrel bend is done, right when the pipe starts to get straight, I measured over from here to here. You can see where I've marked the lines, and it's 8.5 inches. Then on this exhaust, right when you get past the point where this weld is, now this is not a perfectly round pipe. It's kind of like an oval. But I've measured here. That's where I'm going to cut this part off. What I'm going to do is I'm then going to add that 8.5 inch section that I cut off from here. I'm going to weld it to here, and then I'm going to weld this part back onto this end, thus extending the length of this mid pipe from VRSF 8.5 inches, bringing that angle over into here. Then all I need to do is weld this piece back over to here, shortening this piece by 8.5 inches. What that will effectively do is move this particular bend from here to roughly here, clearing the stock or the XI transfer case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the welding myself. I'm going to cut and I'm going to weld. I'm going to go rent a welder. It's stainless steel, so you're going to have to buy stainless steel wire. And I'm going to attempt to make this modification myself. But I'm sure you could easily go to your local muffler shop and have them do it for you, for a small price. With this particular part here, when I get to the welding, you'll see that this part here, I'm going to have to crimp down into an oval to get it to take the shape that this mid pipe has. Which if you look at it, it's kind of oval. Okay, so it gets round as it comes out, but it's ovaled right here after the collector.